Welcome to Unhinged Magi. Okay, we have a fun topic for you guys today.
Yes, it's about spending as much time with Magic the Gathering as humanly possible. Whether you can sleep, eat, breathe, and have it every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and then you just wear the clothes, you make hamburgers with it burned right inside it. You actually just eat the cards and then just wear the cards as clothing, and you're just like fantastic. Awesome.
And everything in your life is now about magic.
Yeah.
There is nothing else. All you talk about is magic. All you do is magic. All you spend your money on is magic.
100% agree. I think we're done with this video now.
Yeah. So you're in agreement? I can do that now?
No.
All spouses, they all love it.
Spouses love it when you ignore them and spend all your time on magic.
Right. They
we
do.
love it.
So we figured it would be a special video today to bring in an additional perspective from someone who matters to you.
The lady's perspective.
That can actually talk about when it's too much time spent on magic. And so we're being honest here, guys. The person who has the most to say about that with me is sitting right here.
And I'm the editor as well.
Yeah. She's going to edit the video. Okay, so
I tricked them right into the subject.
So first I'll just ask you, do you think there's too much time spent on magic sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay, good honest answer. Okay, what are the worst offenders?
What do you mean?
Like the worst times in like your recent memory, where you're like, oh my gosh, she's doing magic.
I think it's, I'm just going to play a really quick game and it ends up being like an hour and a half.
That does happen.
Oh, yeah, that does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
And then you think we're about ready to go or we're about ready to do something. And you're like, oh, I'm going to play a really quick game. Oh, okay. And you go play a quick game and it's not a quick game. It's like an hour and a half later.
Yep.
So.
In all this time on magic, we just lost Dan.
Uh-oh. Isn't that convenient?
There he is. Are you back, Dan?
Dan, are you with us?
Kind of. You guys are. There you guys are.
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, you're moving again.
Yay.
Okay.
We didn't lose you.
Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. Reconnected. Okay, so let me get my thought back on train. I was just about to ask a question.
Cheers.
Okay, I remember. So also on the topic of spending too much time on magic, that doesn't just include playing the game. Sometimes I'll end up just spending like way too much time on like Facebook, talking to people, replying to people, emailing, watching YouTube videos of some idiot on Alpha Investments talking about things again.
You watch that?
Yeah, the hairy guy,
Jeez,
you know,
who watches that?
the really hairy guy that always has cardboard boxes surrounding him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I only watch his taco videos.
Yeah, so all that counts as magic time, and that all adds up. So
yeah, see, I don't have that problem because I don't really talk to people online and all that kind of stuff. That hasn't been really my thing that drives anything.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do watch the news. Oh, wait, that's not Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering news.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, there's a Magic the Gathering news?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
You know,
Sorry. I watch some YouTube Magic the Gathering, but I'm not like, I don't watch it every day. That's the problem. My bad point is I hang out with my cards.
I think it's because, Eddie works all day and then sometimes like when he gets home it's like a breather for me because he's home now, so he can kind of take care of like not that our daughter needs a lot of care yet right now because she's older, but it's just kind of a break and like, and then it's like magic cards, and so I think that's why it kind of
there's a reality to it
sometimes.
Yeah, there's a reality to it, and like everyone, either they should be talking about this subject or like, you're probably going to have like a very upset significant other, right? Because it does take that time. It does need to be spoken about. We all have to face that kind of like issue.
There's a balance.
There's a balance.
Be a balance.
Yeah.
Because I want you to have fun. You want me to have fun with my stuff. People need hobbies and they need to do fun stuff and you need to decompress from work and stuff. But yeah. And I think that's kind of why I asked to step in a little bit to do something because I wanted to get involved, but also because then it takes the pressure off Dan and Eddie to do stuff.
Yeah,
and I have a lot of time. So
instead of actually like all of this taking me away from you, now you're involved in it as well, which has actually been really cool.
Yeah,
and you've been a huge blessing to the channel
too.
So, side note, if you can find a way to get your significant other involved in it with you, then do that.
Yeah.
And notice she's not playing Magic.
Maybe us girls can go talk crafting and stuff on another channel.
Actually, there is a lot of Magic the Gathering crafts, just so you know.
We could call it the Magic Widows Crafting Channel. I'm just kidding. Something like that.
So you know what? Actually, Holly and I, we have a thing that we do constantly. Like, both of us have, like, mine is actually right around here somewhere. We have bags that are, like, ready to go bags that are going to, like, go out somewhere. And I keep, like, Magic cards. It's like my emergency Magic bag. And when we find ourselves with a little bit of time, then we'll be like, hey, do you want to go to Starbucks and hang out or something like that, or Barnes & Noble? So the point is, we found ways of actually hanging out with each other where she's not doing Magic and I'm not doing the crafty stuff that she's doing, like, you know, cross-stitch and drawing and things like that. But we found ways of hanging out with each other as we do them. So yeah, I definitely also know that my Magic has gone too far when I just find there's little things just not getting done. I haven't done dishes for a while. I haven't done many chores for a while. It's been kind of sitting there.
This is all on video, honey.
I can see the blood pressure level building.
Always binding careful.
Yeah, every time I'm like, you dishes. Oh, I just did the dishes. I'll be like, rewind. Show you this video.
Yeah. Well, but it's it's a true thing though. And like, if you are my priority, and you are, then like we actually have discussions about like, you know, is this working out sometimes? And I'll actually ask like Holly and my daughter for like feedback to kind of get a sense of where they're at. And if it's been too much, then we look at I'll step back a bit.
He gets it.
Yeah.
Sort of.
But that's the important thing. I mean, for every person, every Magic player's got to handle this because, I mean, this hobby will just suck down every penny you've got and every second of time you've got.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can make money on it, it's good.
Yeah.
If you can. That's the few and far between. For all the rest of us schmucks like me, I just spend money on it.
Yep.
Any cards I have that have gone up in value, it doesn't matter because I don't sell them, so...
Yeah,
it's just a big black hole of like money disappearing.
Figure out how to revolve that door.
Yeah, this channel does that a little bit.
And then shut it and lock it.
But so far these days, it's like I've spent this much in my life on Magic, and we're just starting to get like a $5 payment here, or something like that.
Don't worry, it's gonna roll. It's gonna roll. We're gonna do. It's gonna turn into actually a business. That's Open Boosters is not a business. Open Boosters, I open packs, and you lose money. That's just the way it is. It's a lot of fun, but now Unhinged Magi will be a business. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be good.
So Dan, when do you know that you spent too much time on Magic?
With our powers combined.
Yeah,
we are Captain Unhinged Magi.
Just for the record, I hated that show as a kid.
I thought it was
so lame.
It was pretty cringy. Even as a tiny kid who's impressed by everything, I thought it was cringy.
I know. I was like, eh.
Captain Planet? What, he's like, he's recycling to save the planet? And I was a kid, I was like...
Why does he have to be summoned with rings?
I didn't care. It was just boring.
Yeah. Does he die if he's not summoned with rings?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I don't know.
I saw the intro and I would just click it off.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But anyways,
side note.
When do you know that you're spending too much time in Magic?
Is that a thing?
No, well, there you go. That's your answer.
Oh my gosh, we got disconnected again. How weird. Just kidding. Where'd Dan go?
No.
Oh, it's so weird, yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
When I spend too much time with Magic, it's not usually a thing. I'm usually just around my cards, trying to sort them, trying to look at them because I admire them and that kind of stuff. But I usually just come back down to the kids whenever they call and that kind of stuff. And I'm just around my kids. So,
yeah.
You know, mostly when I get distracted, it's other things like work. So,
I
fill out paperwork and then I have to like not do Magic the Gathering. So,
I find it comes down to like having to focus on your priorities a lot.
Yeah.
Like right now, I've got so many things with my Magic collection I need and want to do, but it's just so much lower on the list, I can't get to it.
Well, you see how well I've organized my cards. You've been over here. And I've spent thousands of seconds sorting them and putting them together.
I just want to go over there and like get my hands on them and just organize them for you.
Honestly,
as you can see, when I spend time with my Magic the Gathering, when I'm overplaying, it's usually I'm overplaying on a video game as opposed to playing cards and that kind of stuff.
Excuse me.
But if, like I said, if my kids say anything, I just get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
So
really
if
nice.
I'm beating you in arena and it doesn't make any sense and I quit, it's usually because my kids went, "Hey, we need your help. Let's do some math."
I had to quit playing MMORPGs, online role-playing games, because at least I had to stop doing like the big raid events, because I would get into that problem. I would start a raid with like my guild, and there'd be like 40 of us online, and I would have like a role. And if I left, like the whole raid would fail. And
oh my gosh, that was such a big deal when we were first married.
Yeah, it really was.
Woo.
I eventually just had to
bad fights over that.
Bad
one.
juju. I eventually just had to look at it and say like I can't be in a raid guild because like when she needs me, and I can't just get up in the middle of it. I can't let the whole raid fail. So I had to just not raid for a while.
But it was going on to like 4 a.m. some nights, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
what is this?
Like if you fail to kill something and you got to do a corpse recovery, and then there's like trash mobs just clearing everything out, and you can't get to your corpse. Back in those days, you didn't respawn with all your stuff.
Yeah,
you actually had to go get it off your dead body.
When I tried to play EverQuest, it made me nauseous because there's this walk.
You're moving around so much. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, made me sick.
Yeah, so the worst that ever happens in Magic is like if you're like she said in the middle of a match,
which happened a lot in college. There was many times when everybody around was like, "Hey, we're going to go to the movies, and you're the car driver." Oh, okay, I'll be there when we're done with this Magic game. And then the movie went back, so
yeah,
we didn't go, and I was the driver, so it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Magic first because that was
priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if we gave the users any useful information, but
Probably
we sure
not.
gabbled about it for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, and they had a chance to actually see
what. The most important thing we learned today is that Magic is the one thing that you have to have in your life. Otherwise, everything else sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
More
she's like,
buy more cards. No.
Okay, just for the record, I have tried playing it. It's not my thing. Just saying.
Okay, who taught you to play? Okay, what deck did you start her with?
I gave her a green, white fairies and lions deck.
Oh yeah, because I said
like it.
I tried. I said if you put fairies or mermaids or something in, or unicorns maybe.
Yeah, so that was right around like something like Mirage or something like that, and there was all these like cats, lions, things like that, and then there was like fairies I could go back, and so it was all like green and white fairies and lions basically like mixed together.
You need to give her a burn deck. She'll love the game because she'll be destroying stuff.
I don't like strategies type stuff.
It's
I like
not strategy.
games.
It's throw, burn at somebody.
She might actually like a burn deck. Actually,
she would like a burn deck.
There's nothing to it. You just you draw.
I like quick, ease like games like War, like you just play it, or Among Us. Like I love those kind of games. Like you just go in there, you just do it, and you're done. I don't want this long strategical mathematical thing.
Yeah, a red burn deck could probably do it for her.
For 4 hours.
I can't do it up here.
You played Among Us with us for 4 hours. I know you can play these long games.
Oh, I love Among Us because it's quick and you just kill people and you're done.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next one and it's fun. But there's no strategy barely at all.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say
I love that game.
You like the social interaction games, but not the high strategy games.
No, it's too stressful.
Like Apples to Apples is a great one.
Yeah.
Because
or
like
Uno.
Holly can read people like pretty well, and that's what makes it like really tough. Right?
Well, you don't need to read people for Uno.
Superpower.
But it's not the reading people for Uno, it's the reactions that it causes. Like when she gives me the draw 4, she gets a special kind of grin on her face. There's a level of joy that my wife gets when she gives me a draw 4.
Only because he wins at every game.
Amy's relatives actually play this game called Hand and Foot. And if you look at the game, there's actually, you don't even have to play. You can leave and let your cards just deal themselves, because no matter what happens, the only person that can win is that's already predetermined. if you look at all the layout of the cards.
That's a long game.
It's not a good game. It's terrible. There's no strategy involved.
Yeah.
In a foot game, it's just like, you deal out the cards and you could flip them all over and see who wins.
Yeah.
And that's it. You just flip over everybody's hands and everybody can walk away and they'll say, hey, look, Gary won. Because you don't even have to play it. And that's what I don't like.
Yeah, kind of like quick short.
Uno is way better.
Yeah.
Well,
I've talked to her about that. I remember her telling me about that.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost 20 minutes in. This is probably pretty good for this video. Magic Player has to deal with this topic to some degree. When is it too much? When is the gaming too much? And how do you balance that out? We've all got to cross that bridge. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you had a great time in the video.
Bye.
And bye.